Long way, get this shit a long way, this shit a long way. Long way, hit the long way, 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 shit, long way, long shit, long way, long way, long way, long way, long way, long way, shit a long way. Gotta get the shit a long way, get the shit, get the shit, finish rich, yeah. Gotta get the shit a long way, get the shit, know the shit, don't really understand, man. Gotta know the shit, don't really understand, man. Gotta get a meal, shit, don't understand, shit. She be tripping every day, she be tripping every way, but I gotta get this shit a long way, yeah. Tryna get money every single way, tryna get money every single day, yeah. Get money every single way, every day. Every day we gotta get paid, yeah. Every day we gotta get paid, yeah. I'm feeling like we be the new slave, yeah. No, we gotta finish rich, no, we gotta finish rich. Got a new bitch, she don't understand rich. She don't understand, niggas gotta get rich. She don't understand, sometimes we gotta hit lit. No, we ain't hit lit, tryna get the long way, yeah. Tryna get the shit the long way, yeah. Coach is tryna wrap up a entree, yeah. Told you the other day that did my phone strong. We gon' shoot the long way, we gon' get the long way, yeah. Yeah, I get the shit long way. My bitch be trippin' back and forth like a pong way. My name is Tori, and I'm playing games up to the Tori. Yesterday she told me that she bout to leave, man. Said fuck it, bitch, we gonna get some money. Said fuck it, bitch, I'm about to get some money. So what I do today, I want to got some money, yeah. Cause we gon' get this shit the long way, we gon' get shit the long way, yeah. Back and forth like the pong way, yeah. Man, I'ma get this shit the long way, get this shit the long way. Just the only way today, because they go with shit's crazy. We gotta wear a mask, we the new slaves, and we be wearing this shit like every day. We be okay, we gon' be okay, they gon' be okay, they gon' be okay for me, yeah. So we gon' get this shit the long way, we gon' get this shit the long way, we gon' get this shit the long way, yeah, we get shit the long way, yeah, cause we gon' be okay, we gon' be okay, yeah, we gon' get the long way, yeah.
Hello. How are you guys today? Make sure everything's going here. Let's stop the cam test. All right, cool. Everything's, what's up, Omanike? First one in here. Thank you. Appreciate you. I know I really I like that intro too. It really goes with the without even knowing when he made it, it really goes with the SMD vibe, right? You know, getting out of debt. It seems like it seems like it's the long way, but I know it's weird. It's not easy, and it feels like the long way, but when you do it, it was the shortest way possible. So I like the way the different type of money comes down, not just our money, other countries' money, because it doesn't matter. Like once you know the SMD information, it won't matter what country you go to. As long as they're capitalist, that's all I care about. That's it. That's the only thing I want. A capitalist? Yeah. Okay, cool. I can fit right in. Anyway, hello, everyone. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where slaves live, right? Now, well, excuse me, I'm going to rephrase that. The debt matrix is a place where debt slaves live. See, the debt matrix, debt slaves that belong to the debt matrix, debt slaves, okay? And there's two kinds of debt slaves, unconscious debt slaves and conscious debt slaves, all right? Unconscious debt slaves cannot see negative numbers psychologically. That's my gift, right? I have the ability to see negative numbers psychologically. Now, if you're new to the channel, you believe you're a homeowner, open up your calculator, put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. As you're looking at the calculator, just listen to the sound of my voice. The reason why you believe you're a homeowner is because you can't see negative numbers. That's why. You can see them physically because you're looking at your calculator now, but the space between your calculator and to your brain, like it goes from negative to positive somehow, right? That area between the calculator and your brain that's the debt matrix. That's where it's at. See, it doesn't make sense. Negative, 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 positive. Yeah, that's the debt matrix. Something happened in here. And usually in there is where the banks set up shop. That's where they live, in the debt matrix. That's how they make their money. So somewhere in there, you pass through the bank and it turned into a positive. That's how it works. Okay, that's just business. The banks are not doing anything mean to you. Banks are not big, bad, and evil, blah, blah, blah. That's not true. All right, then there's conscious slaves. Conscious slaves came across the SMD channel because there is no other channel like this one on YouTube. They decided to believe the calculator. And once they believed the calculator, they thought to themselves, wait a minute, that means I'm way below zero, way below zero. Yes, you are. Then if I'm below zero, that means somebody owns me. Yes, they do. How do you find out who owns you? Log into your credit report. They logged in and said, there's a list of all your owners. Just go right past the credit score and just go straight to your owners. That's a lot of people. Pages and pages of businesses own me. Yes. How do I change that? Get out of debt. Then you're never owned anymore. That was me. Till age 40. College educated, six-figure earner, engineer, all that deems a high value man in the debt matrix amongst debt slaves. When I realized I was triple my salary in debt, that was like, wait a minute, whoa, yeah, that's wrong. That's way wrong. Came across Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey basically says, take the arithmetic that we all learned in elementary school, apply it to your finances using these baby steps. That's all I heard with Dave Ramsey, and I did it, and now I'm free. Thank God for Dave Ramsey. Made it just so simple for my computer engineering brain. Knowing how to count, I know how to count ones and zeros. I know how to count up to a high number in ones and zeros, but I didn't know how to use a simple arithmetic on my finance. Yeah, didn't, because I was in the debt matrix. Once I got to zero, followed the baby steps, got to zero, then I was free. That is when I realized I was a slave. That's when I realized it, because I had been in debt all my life. So I just thought debt was part of life until I freed myself. And then I said, wait a minute, I was a slave the whole time? Sure was, LJ. And I said, I got to share this with other people. And then I started sharing with my closest friends. They thought I was crazy. What are you talking about? I was like, wait a minute. I knew I was on to something because everything I could prove was with the calculator. And I just didn't understand why didn't you believe it? But then I had to humble myself and say, LJ, you did the exact same thing they did when you was in the debt matrix. They don't know. They can't see negative numbers psychologically. That's it. That's the answer. Okay. And I'm only telling you guys the answer right now because fast forward six years, the answer just came to me this year. The ability to see negative numbers psychologically. Everybody can see negative numbers physically because everybody has eyes to look at their calculator. All right. Now today I saw that, Robert. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I get the alerts, man. And I saw which one you ordered too. So I appreciate that. Let me throw that up there while we're on if you want a shirt, if you want an SMD shirt, there you go. There's the website scrolling at the bottom. They got shirts with just different sayings. The shirt's basically all the same, but each one has a different statement that only statements you're going to ever hear is from SMD. That's it. Because and when you wear these shirts around, debt slaves are not going to be able to understand what those statements mean. So you got to be prepared to answer their questions. Because they're going to have questions because they will never have heard of those type of statements. You know why? Because they can't see negative numbers psychologically. And if they can't see negative numbers psychologically, they don't know how to speak the language because they don't know the language of debt-free exists, the language of zero. 1 second. The language of zero. So you got to be ready to explain. Now, even when I wear my shirts out, I get funny looks, but nobody really ever asks. And I get it. I totally, debt slaves, they don't want to look at their finances. The majority of debt slaves don't even want to know how much debt they're in. Can you imagine how many millions of debt slaves out there that simply just do not want to know how much debt they're in. That's a scary place to be, very scary. Because if you do that, you're basically saying you're accepting of being a slave until you're dead, a debt slave, that is. Now, I'm the only, I guarantee you, I'm not going to say only one, but very rare. I'm the person that can guarantee your freedom. I can put it on a piece of paper. I can give you the roadmap to your economy, the economy of you. Because the economy of you determines the economy outside of you. So if you don't even know how much debt you're in personally, the economy of you is not an economy yet. You haven't even started. You're in debt. You can't start an economy in debt. And if you don't know that, guess what the economy outside of you is going to be like? You're going to think it's debt. That's why you believe debt's part of life, because the economy of you is in debt. That's why you believe that. But once you get out of debt, you'll clearly see that none of that is true. You can choose. There's two sides of the economy, in debt side and not in debt side. People who trust a calculator and people who don't. I'm the only person that's going to simplify it just down to the basics, to where I'm bringing this so far down to where you guys can't even have an opinion about what I'm saying. That's why I'm choosing from slave to debt slave, because too many of you debt slaves hear me say slave and you start thinking about what you saw on TV. How could a black person say that? You guys just got too many opinions. Now, when I say debt slave, you guys can't have an opinion about it. You know what I mean when I say that. You're going to immediately know if it's you, because you're going to be in debt. If you got student loan debt, when I say debt slave, yes, I'm talking to you. You're a debt slave. If you're making car payments, I am talking to you. You're a debt slave. The car owns you. You don't own it, slave. Debt slave. See, I got to break it. You can't own a house that you didn't even have the money to buy. I showed you on your calculator that you're not a homeowner. You don't have equity. It doesn't matter if you've been there 20 years, 30 years. Time doesn't matter. You don't own anything. When a house goes up in value, why do you think the bank reaches out to you and tell you that you have equity in a house that you don't even own? Does that make sense to you? That's business, baby. You think they're reaching out to you to be nice? If you don't know that you're not a homeowner, there's only one way to buy a house. You cash. There is no other way to buy a house. But yet you guys use the word buy like it's a verb, buying. If you financed a house for 30 years, you're buying it. You didn't buy it. But if you could see negative numbers, psychologically, you would know that. This is why I tell people this is a superpower. How do I know it? You're probably thinking, how do I know it's a super? What do you mean a superpower? I'll tell you. If millions of debt slaves knew what I knew, student loan debt wouldn't exist. Car lots wouldn't exist. They wouldn't be selling no cars. Apple would not be as big as they are today. They wouldn't be. You know why? Because you guys, the reason why they're that big, because you're financing their cell phones. You're financing them. You think Apple could be as big as they are if Apple didn't accept credit cards? Do you still believe Apple would be as big as they are today? No, they wouldn't, because they couldn't. Debt slaves have no money. The banks know that. Once you get out of the debt matrix, you will clearly see that the banks are in control of everything. Everything. That's crystal clear. They're not hiding it. They're not pretending that they're doing something bad to you. All that talk is in the debt matrix. That's not like that. It's not like that at all. Here's the difference between you and the banks. The banks trust a calculator. Debt slaves don't. That is simply it. When you have student loans, say for example, Your student loan debt, and the majority of it, if this is the majority of it's going to be true, okay? If your student loan debt is your oldest debt, that means everything in your life is a mathematical illusion because it doesn't make mathematical sense. CENTS. If you're in the negative, you can't save for retirement. You can never own a house, a car, real estate, write off money, write off taxes. You don't have no tax bracket, debt slave. You guys don't even have a tax bracket. You think you do, but you don't. All you got to do is add up all your savings, like cash, right? Don't be adding in equity. I'm just talking about straight cash in your room, in your bank account. Savings minus debt, your mortgage, your student loan debt, all your credit cards, 2-car payments, finance cell phones for the family and tablets, all that, and hit equal. That's your tax bracket right there. Look on the calculator. That is your real tax bracket. Now you're probably thinking, well, if that's my tax bracket and I'm in the negative, how can they tax me on negative dollars? They can't. Long as you believe they do, they can. Long as you believe it, they can. According to the laws of mathematics, when I say they can't, according to the laws of mathematics say they can't. That's impossible. But when you're in a debt matrix, you don't know that. You're a debt slave. Now, if you want to stop that, you want to stop living like that. You want to stop walking around speaking debt in front of people that speak debt free, because I want you guys to understand. You say it all. You guys talk very bad in front of people that know, especially people that understand money, that trust the calculator when it comes to finances and never deviates from the calculator ever. And if it is, that was on purpose for a very, very extreme reason. Somebody needed heart surgery. Somebody cut their leg really bad on their main artery. And they're going to bleed out if they don't have that kind of seriousness. It has to be serious. You're going to lose a loved one. Okay. All right. Fuck the interest. I'll worry about that later. Not to finance a car or the latest cell phone, Fold Z3. The reason why I brought that up, I saw that phone was almost $1,800, the Z Fold 3. And if you guys don't have $500 cash in your bank account, you sure in the hell don't have $1,800 to buy a new phone. But you know how many people out there gonna have the new Z Phone 3 like they pay cash for it? A lot of people. They're pricing damn near the price of a laptop now. You guys will never be able to afford phones ever. You guys don't even see where it's headed. They're making these phones so outrageous price. You guys will think financing phones is. You guys think that now? Obviously, you guys think that now. That financing a cell phone is normal. That's not normal. That is not normal. For debt slaves, it is. Somebody sent me this video on it. Now, let me put this thing in it just because today is about you guys. So let me put this out there. If you guys have some questions, and you guys can interrupt me and come on anytime and ask me a question. Don't feel, but somebody sent me this link on Instagram. I posted it in the community area of the YouTube, right? Now, they had this one woman being interviewed with this dude, and she's speaking the language of zero. I'm gonna just put it straight and simple. She's speaking the language of zero. She clearly understands how it really works, right? The interviewer is so amazed. He's saying, man, I've never heard anybody talk like that. I know that. And I'm used to people saying that. I've never heard anybody talk like I know that. Because millions of people don't know what I know. That's why I wasn't surprised. But when you read the comments under this particular video, you should see the angry debt slaves oh, she's dumb. She's dumb as a doorknob. I mean, it was crazy. Crazy comments. Don't make any sense. None, zero. It's to let you know how many unconscious debt slaves are out there. It was bad. It was really bad. But bad, like, for me, that wouldn't bother me. Okay. If I got on a show like that and people start saying that in the comments, I wouldn't really care, because they're not really talking about me. They're talking about math. They just don't like the way math does. So there would be any name that I would see under the comments under me, I would know. I would just apply it to math. They don't like the way math says it to them. And when you really think about it like that, right, it's kind of dumb to be angry at somebody that doesn't trust math when I'm clearly showing it to them, right? It just doesn't make sense to even argue with a person like that. Welcome, everybody. If you're new, there's a link if you want to ask me some questions. What's up, Hyphy? What's up, Alex? Now, if this is you and you know, first you got to come to the realization, you got to accept that you're a debt slave. That's going to be the hardest part. I think I know the scariest part for the majority of you guys, because you guys don't talk about this amongst each other. Okay. You guys just don't, because you don't want to think the next person to think you're bad with money and all this other stuff. You guys just think the same way, right? When you can just clearly Google how many people are in debt, then you will pretty much know everybody's doing it wrong. The majority of people are doing it wrong. So whoever you talk, just because they got a nicer car, a nicer house, a better job, a higher degree, none of that means anything. Okay, I want you to clearly understand, it doesn't mean nothing. The majority of people with higher degrees, they're the deepest in student loan debt. Don't be impressed. Don't be impressed by people's degrees, especially if they brag to you like they got multiple. When they brag to you like they got multiple, this is what I want you to say. Did you pay cash for school? This is how you say it. Did you pay cash or did you get student loans? As soon as they mention student loans, because they don't know why you're asking the question, so don't worry about it. Just say, hey, did you pay cash for school? They'll be like, oh, no, I paid. No, that's too much money. Student loan. That means they're deep in student loan debt. And the only thing they have to brag about is the degrees they have that they're telling you about that they don't even own. They don't even own that piece of paper inside that fancy frame hanging on their wall. They don't even own it. That is fucked up. I feel sorry for millions of people like that. And when I say messed up like that, I want you guys to feel what. Let me explain to you why I use the curse word right there, because I'm trying to get you to feel what it's really like. It's not normal to carry student loan debt or having student loan debt older than your kids. And I'm telling you, and if everybody around you is doing the same thing as you, you're in the wrong crowd. That's why you guys think it's normal. It's not normal. It's not normal to have student loan debt older than your mortgage. That's not normal. Especially if you have an FHA mortgage. So you guys got any questions while I'm talking? It's free today. I try to get most of you guys that ask me questions via email, which I don't mind as long as they're short, right? I try to get you guys to join the live so you guys can ask the questions here for free. You know, it's like, okay, I can tell you the answer right now. If you're having anything to do with personal finances and you have a question and you can't figure out something, I'm here to tell you the answer. If you're with a partner that is not financially, they're doing weird things, the money doesn't add up, they said they make this much per hour, but when they get the check, it's not. I can tell you the answer for that too. I can tell you how to look for it and fix it, and looking for. I can tell you how to get the answer to whatever they're doing. There's an answer that I can show you how to get it. What's up, Zeke? Now it's time for me just to I don't know, take it to the next level, man. I guess, I'm trying to, keep on these free things and I understand it's intimidating. And sometimes I can clearly see that, I seem intimidating, but it seems like that when you're in the debt matrix, right? But when you get out of the debt matrix, you'll clearly see that I'm just talking normal. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you. I know something I do know something that millions of people don't know. That's a fact. Okay. That is a fact that I can prove, but I'm not saying that I'm keeping the secret to myself. I'm here to share it with you. Now, of course, if you want me to create the roadmap in your financial life to get where you want to get to, of course, that's a fee. What's up, Grayside? I can't hear you. I see you, but I can't hear you. Your mic on? All right, I'm gonna kick you and then try to come back in. Maybe it'll fix it. All right, try it back again. Okay. All right, Omanike. I'm excited to hear it too. I really am. I'm excited to hear it. Lately, usually I put the deeper conversations. Now, I'm not going to go deep in here, but the deeper conversations for members only because they understand when I'm talking like that, right? They understand the meaning of the deeper thoughts when I come into realization of things, But what I'm really trying to do is help those, because you got to remember there's two sides to the economy, right? And we're all human. Everybody dies, and there's not many people that understand. So this is just my belief. I believe I'm here to help the next generation, the current generation, to live on this side, to create this into their family and make it work right. Because when you come on this side, to follow all the rules. Don't do tax evasion. Don't hide money. Don't pretend you didn't have this bank account over here and you forgot about that money and you bought some houses. You just don't do any of that kind of stuff because you don't need to do stuff like that, right? There needs to be people over here that understand that. Because believe it or not, without you, the economy could not exist without the majority being debt slaves. But the wonderful thing about a capitalist economy, it's a choice. You get to choose which side of it you want to be on. If you trust the calculator, you're on the correct side. If you don't, you're not. It's that simple. And this will, it's bigger because it will change your life in more than just personal finances, right? It's going to change your entire life. I like to reiterate this every single time because I want you guys to clearly understand what it means to understand this. You will be able to do anything you want to do once you realize you own yourself. You'll be doing everything that you put in the back of your mind and said, I'll get to it later, but other stuff goes in front of it, but you would really rather be doing that. Once you own yourself, that kind of stuff comes to the forefront because you're going to realize you only have so much time to do it. What, you going to live forever? You think you're going to live forever? I'll get to it. You'll get to it when? You have to know when, right? If you keep pushing the thing you want to do out of life and that will make you happy and bring you peace and tranquility, but you'll get to it later. Well, when? Because you only have so much time on this earth. And listen, and that's only if you take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, do you think you're going to be looking like me at 51? No, you're not. You think you're going to have all your teeth? Huh? You think you're going to have all your teeth at 51? I'm seeing people losing their teeth at 30. I have all my teeth because I took care of my teeth. I took care of my health. Now imagine the majority of people, they don't, and with this new economy, everything's being delivered, food, grocery. You don't have to go nowhere. You don't even have to go to get fast food. With this new economy, obesity is going to go through the fucking roof. Now, if you keep pushing your whatever that is in your life to the back burner and you're not taking care of yourself, $51, my teeth. I know this is a little bit off the subject, but haven't you noticed all these new dental places popping up all over the fucking place? Have you noticed that? They're everywhere. They're like 7-Elevens. Dentist offices pop. You know why? Because people are not taking care of their teeth. You know how much it's going to cost you? If you lose your teeth in your 30s, you got a decision to make. Either you're going to wear dentures for the rest of your life or you're going to get replacements. Do you know how much replacements are? Whoa. That is bread. And if you're a debt slave with student loan debt, listen, student loan debt, mortgage payment, car payments, credit card payments, you are not going to be able to afford new teeth. Guess what you're going to be doing? Financing those two, financing them. You're going to be financing like $30,000, $40,000. That shit ain't cheap. You think those new dentist places would be in business if you guys wasn't financing teeth? They couldn't be in business because you guys don't have the money to buy teeth like that. So you're going to finance it at an interest rate. So the cost of the teeth plus tax plus interest rate. Dying debt slaves. You got, look, hey, all mine. 51, baby. Sometimes I have to look back and say, hey, wait a minute. People at 50 don't normally have six packs. Sure don't, LJ. Sure don't. The majority of 50, 51-year-old dudes would not ever walk outside with their shirt off. I do it all the time. Sure do. You're going to realize that one day you're going to be dead. You're going to run out of time and you won't be able to do it. And it all counts on you. People always say, hey, man, you don't know the day you're going to die, but that's true. But I'm not going to die early by my own hands because I couldn't put down food. No. Because if you can't stop eating bad shit, the food owns you, debt slave. You. Obesity is about to go through the roof. How many of those people you think are going to make it to 51 like me? Not many. Heart attacks, diabetes. People talk about diabetes like it's just normal, that everybody gets it. Once I heard, listen, and this was just me when I was younger. Once I heard people would lose limbs over diabetes, I said to myself, I'm never going to let that happen. How do I prevent that? Just don't eat a bunch of crap all the time. I said, okay, won't let that happen. I'm not going to lose a foot because I can't put food. No. Food will never control me ever. I made this determination back when I was a little kid. I'm telling you right now, when I was a kid in elementary school, I said to myself, I'm never going to let myself get fat. I'm just not going to do that. And I never have. Well, I did I did for a little bit. I did. I take that back. I started doing some things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I was like, nope. I already made a promise to myself. Yes, sir, E-Man. Finance, teeth, and the iPhone. Now, I'm only on here a limited time. I feel bad, Grace. I couldn't connect back up. We were talking about that earlier for him to come on, too. Finance and teeth. Yeah, I figured that. But you know what? People just want medicine, Omanike. They just want medicine so they can keep eating the way they want to eat. People know what to do. They have to stop eating the bad shit. You just have to stop doing it. You don't have to completely, totally stop. Like, I don't want you guys to think that I don't go to Chick-fil-A every now and then. I don't order me up some Chinese rice because I love Chinese rice, love Chinese food. I just don't eat it all the time because you're a grown-up now. You can go eat out every day if you want. Remember when, well, you guys don't remember, but people my age remember when the ice cream man used to come through the neighborhood, ding ding, as soon as you heard it, you took off to your parents. Can I have some money? Can I get some ice cream? You didn't get to get money and ice cream every single time. You were just crossing your fingers and hoping they say yes that day. You got to do yourself the same way. You got to treat yourself the same way. You got to say no to yourself. This is why every now and then I'll pop in my one of my workout videos so you guys can see what you can do when you reach 50. You can have a six-pack. You can look good. You can be healthy. You're not going to be needing a walker. That's totally up to you. I know TV and your friends make it seem like 40 and 50 is old. Well, according to who you're talking to. If you're looking at somebody that believed all that bullshit coming up, of course they're going to look like that at 40 and 50, I guess, because they believe what they said. When I was younger, I said, I don't believe it. That's what I said to myself. When I was going on late 20s, early 30s, I said, I had enough. Let me change this. Oh, man, you're never going to get that high school body back. I said, let me change that. And then I changed it and still have it today. Have you noticed that people are addicted to sugar and meat? Yes, for sure. Sugar, for sure. Sugar is what they say 10 times more powerful than cocaine. It sure is. Sugar is addictive. Excuse me, addictive. Because I was thinking about this. I was thinking I have coffee every morning, right? But if I couldn't put creamer and some sweetener in it, I wouldn't drink coffee. Now, I logically understand this, right? So the reason why I'm drinking the coffee is because of the sugar. I understand that, right? But to me, that's not really bad because I don't keep candy and cookies and candy bars and cheese. I don't keep that kind of stuff around my house. I just don't do that. I don't go to Costco and buy a king size cheesecake, right? I love cheesecake. What would I do? I would eat it if it was in my house. But will I get up and go to Costco to buy a cheesecake? No, I won't do that. What's up, Aaron? No wonder LJ is LJ Young for a reason. Yeah, and Young is forever too. That's forever. He not called LJ LJ old. Yeah, that's true. And I always say that LJ Young forever too. LJ spitting facts about that, Mr. Softy. Yeah, buddy. And again, I'm not saying don't enjoy the good foods in life. Just treat it like a reward for yourself. If you ate good through the whole week, choose Friday or Saturday to go to an all-you-can-eat restaurant just to enjoy yourself. Even if you did that and went to an all-you-can-eat restaurant, after a while, you'll be like, man, I'm not even eating a lot. I'm totally wasting my money. And then you're going to stop because that's what happened to me. I had this one favorite all-you-can-eat restaurant I would go, but when I started changing my life and eating a certain way, I didn't stuff myself with food like that. And when I went there, I got like one plate and I was done. But for the cost, I was like, nah, that's a total waste of money. I'm not going to be coming here. So I started going like maybe once a month, right? And it just naturally changes. And you know what? You know what else is the number one reason? People don't floss. My mom taught me that at a very young age. Floss your teeth. Floss your teeth. It was pounded in my brain. Floss your teeth. Hey, Mom, I brushed my teeth because I hated flossing my teeth, even as a kid. I brushed my teeth, Mom. She'd go, did you floss them? Of course. Well, I couldn't lie. I would have got my ass beat. So I said no, and then I would have to go back and floss. I drink coffee with no cream in it. Wow. See, that's just like straight black. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll stop drinking coffee if I can't put anything in it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would stop. I don't go to Starbucks because they just because like for me, anything. Okay, this is what I forgot to tell you. When I make my coffee, now most of you guys don't do this. I do this every single day. It's just a routine. When I make my coffee, it's on a scale. So when I pour my coffee in, I know how much coffee I'm pouring in. When I pour my creamer in there, I know how much in grams I'm putting in there. And the same thing with the sweetener. I'm not just doing it blindly. I just don't go, shh, shh. I don't do that. Everything is measured, especially when it comes to sugar and salt. Everything's measured. Gabriel says people in America don't eat that much vegetables and fruits. Nope, sure don't. How much time I got left here? Okay, still got 37 minutes. Okay. I'm eating Krispy Kreme 12 packs as we speak. Okay. That's a lot. Yeah, people about to get fat during this next. Oh yeah. Are they talking about another lockdown? Because you know, I don't watch the news. So have they been talking about another lockdown happening? No, I get it, especially if you haven't had those in a long time, because those crispy treats are good. Now, Mr. Softy comes by at 8 p.m. every day. Oh, the ice cream. Okay, got it. Yeah, that ice cream man. I remember that. Wow. Okay, you brought it down to once a day, Omanique. What do you do? Like mid-afternoon is your eating time? I'm assuming you hit it right in the middle, so you don't get hungry later on. And you know what's crazy? I like those little hand things you get from the dollar store, because I wasted a lot of floss because I would unwrap it and then wrap it around my fingers and do that. But those little things that they have in the pack, I could just do it real quick and be done with that. Save me so much. You there, Great Side?
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me, LJ?
I can hear you. I'm glad I don't know what happened last time, but what's going on, man?
Yeah, it's a lot been popping up. Yeah, but I'm rolling with the punches. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, man.
So tell me what's up. Tell me what happened. Tell me what's going on.
Well, funny enough, man, I actually lost my job not too long ago. And,
okay, you don't sound too sad. You don't sound too heartbroken.
No, I don't. I mean, it's like it's weird. Like, I don't know. It was a little bit stressful to do it. The main reason why is because I got something else already like lined up. But outside of that, man, it's like, I don't know. It's something like weird happening. Like after I was working a job for so long, like I was having like certain symptoms, man. I was actually going and like I would like sleep like 4 hours. I would like get up and then I couldn't go back to sleep. Now it's weird. Now ever since like they laid me off, I can sleep 8 hours with no problem. It is the weirdest thing, man.
Okay, so you know what you're doing? You're going through the thing that you can only go through without having a job. Okay? What you're experiencing right now is because you don't have a job. Right? Something that millions of people will not be able to experience. Because I went through the same thing. The exact same thing. I was sleeping no problem that long. You there?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I am. I didn't recognize it though. At the time, but yeah, man, it's like now it's like people ask me how I'm doing. Even my best friend and everything, I'm like, nah, I'm good because of, you know, I like even when I was working, I was putting away income and doing all this other kind of stuff. But yeah, man, it was an adjustment, but yeah, it's been pretty good ever since.
You know why your friends are really calling you? Because they're looking to see it, try to hear the panic in your voice, because they're really expressing how they would feel in this situation, but they don't know that you're debt free. It's different for you.
I know. Yep. I mean, it is, like I said, an adjustment to make, but actually, I already like reiterated this point, like when I came on the show before. But yeah, man, again, it's like a little bit of like a diversion, you know, and everything, but it's not like a soul crushing kind of deal. And it just shows you, man, like right when you go and like structure your life so that you are debt free, it just that's when your life really does begin because you're not chasing, you know, or in other words, going to that job just so you can pay some bills and that's it.
You know it. You know what? You know the next phase you're going to go through is releasing your name tied to the job title all these years. Like, I'm so and so, the engineer, bloggity blah, whatever your job title that you held for years. You're going to have to go through a phase of releasing that and just having your name and figuring out, okay, who am I without that job title name that I had for all those years?
Yeah, I hear you. Plus, and you know what? I ain't even tell you this part though. Like, I've already got my next trip planned up. Well, essentially it's international travel. But it's like I honestly didn't have enough PTO to go, and now I don't even got to worry about that, man.
I like that. Isn't that great? Doesn't that feel good? You there?
It's just weird though. It's like what that?
Okay, you kind of cut out. I don't know if you're moving around or driving or something, but you kind of cut out.
Yeah, I'm driving. I'm driving
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, man. Just embrace it. Embrace it. Okay. It's going to be weird. It's going to be a weird feeling, but because nobody else around you can give you the answers, right? You can't explain it to anybody else. So just embrace it.
Yeah.
You there?
I mean, it's like it's kind of like funny of like yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're just coming in and out a lot. That's all. Yeah, you're cutting out, man. You must be going through a very
Like
bad area.
wait.
You there?
Yeah, I am. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was saying I was gonna wait till I have basically a more, you know, stable location, but I didn't know how long you was gonna go on this Q&A, so I figured I would come on through.
Yeah, good to care because I ain't got that much time. I got about 30 minutes left, so I appreciate you jumping on, man. Tell me, I love hearing what you're going through, what I went through. I'm just glad I'm here to be able to tell you what it is because I didn't have nobody to ask.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it's kind of great because it's like, I mean, actually what you were saying earlier about, you know, wherever you go and, you know, you release yourself from your job title and all this other kind of stuff, it's like now it's like when I was at the job, I was already having plans for my own business and everything, and I was formulating, but I had, it seemed like no damn time in order to like apportion out for it. Now all I got is time to work on it as much as I want.
Right.
So,
Yeah, man. And you know what? And try not to rush. Like you got to rush into something else. Just take your time. There's no rush. You got to release that. You know how being in a debt matrix, you're always feeling like you rushed. You have limited time to do something. When you get outside the debt matrix, you realize you don't have to do that. You don't have to rush. There's no rush at all.
yeah, I know what you mean. In other words, like right when you lose a job, then you gotta impulsively go and find another one
Yes.
immediately, or else something
Immediately.
terrible gonna happen.
Correct.
So,
Correct. You don't have to do none of that.
but then, man, that all comes from again like the decisions I made in my 20s. So if somebody is, you know, like listening like out there, you can you can do the same, you know, thing simply because, you know, it's again with these companies, and I said it before, like you never know what they're gonna do. So as long
Right.
as you keep owning yourself and then doing you, yeah, it'll work out.
I mean, think about it, man. If you knew this information in your 20s, you would be guaranteed to be a multimillionaire, right?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
I said, if you knew this information in your 20s, You could easily be a multimillionaire. Easy.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You got no debt.
Right. Right. And without no
So,
mortgage, say like you had no debt with a paid off house. You know how easy it would be to become a multimillionaire? Easy.
yeah, because I don't know. I guess people. I think they look at the sort of like the income side of it, but they don't look at again like the key of it is just to start at zero and then go from there. But I don't know. It's almost like it's like they're sort of like blind to, well, you talked about it before, like to negative numbers. And then if they are, then unfortunately there's no way to loose yourself from those chains unless you choose to.
Right. But we know the truth is they can't see negative numbers psychologically. That's the answer. And
Yeah.
that's on purpose, though. We know that's on purpose. Because we couldn't live if they knew we couldn't live comfortably the way we are. You see how hey, I lost my job. I'm gonna get around to it, start looking and stuff like, how they would love to be able to feel like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible for all, but
Correct.
some people just won't do it.
They won't. And we need the majority not to do it.
Yeah. Hey, so LJ, I got a question for you, man. So basically, when you were coming out of the debt matrix, I mean, essentially, you pretty much, aside from Dave Ramsey, you sort of like had to figure out on your own. Is that about right?
Yeah. I mean, I got it from Dave Ramsey, and then I went from there using my own method. Okay. I thought to myself, I could simplify this even more. That's what I thought to myself.
Oh, okay. Cool beans, man.
Yeah. Because if I didn't follow my path, you and I would have never met. And you probably wouldn't know what you know today.
Well, even I remember now. I think I had this before I met you, but in that regard.
No, I know, but something here it's like an added piece to your puzzle, right? You could just tell. It's like, oh shit, this is the piece I was looking for.
Right. Yeah.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Because
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
because of course you were very different than the majority, for sure. You were totally different than the majority, but I could tell it was just this final piece.
Yeah, I mean it's a network too. It's weird because it's no other channel that I've found so far that comes close to the content that's delivered here. So that just says a lot in and of itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I knew I could reach people like you guys, because I know you guys are rare that could even hear me, right? That just like, whoa, this dude makes sense, and then catch you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna tell you too, man. Like with the whole like dating thing, it's crazy. I gotta admit what it is. I do date plays. You know what I'm saying? It is. I'm human. I will say that, using protection, the whole nine.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
Yes. How have things been for you in a dating life now? How is it different for you?
Honestly, it's just amazing, man. It's kind of funny. And after I ask them the whole question about are they in debt and everything, most do tell me what it is. But it's just good. It helps to basically to split things up into like category of this one. All right, I'm gonna be 100% exclusive with her because I know that she knows about how finances work. That accounts that are like, nah, this is gonna be like a limited time only, and then you don't got to get your feelings involved, and it's just a lot easier, cleaner, and more efficient.
I was trying to tell people that yesterday, and I'm glad you came up today to talk about it, because they don't really understand what that means. Like you don't even have to get that far of getting your feelings involved, because you already know early. It saves you so much time.
Yeah, because then, I mean, if you don't do it that way, one person is thinking that, they're looking at you romantically, like, this is a person I'm going to be with forever. And then if you got something else going on in your head, there's a mismatch. So, of course, feelings going to be hurt. But if you just upfront with it, like I am saying, this is how, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not going to go and, be like, painting a picture of us that's not true. Like paradoxically, you get more respect.
Right. Because I always tell everybody the woman I'm with right now, I asked to see her personal credit report. People don't. I guarantee you, the majority of couples that are together, boyfriend, girlfriend, married, I guarantee you, the majority have never seen the personal credit report of their partner. Guaranteed.
Wow. So in other words, so
go ahead.
they know about the music they like, they know about the food that they're into, they know about their family,
have
but they
kids,
don't know
have children together, have children.
Wow.
And you could look at, they have kids with each other, and then you could turn to them and say, hey, have you ever seen your partner's credit report? They would say no. Why?
That's crazy, man.
Crazy. But I know this for a fact because I never did it. So I know for a fact.
Oh, okay. But I mean, yeah, but it's an important question to ask, though, because I mean, if that's like a huge elephant in the room, if you don't know. So,
huge to us, huge to people that know. It's huge to us. That's so crazy. When they go get they go to finance something, they have no problem signing permission away for a business to access their personal credit report. But when they're amongst each other, it's offensive to ask somebody's personal credit report. It makes no sense. None.
I mean, that's the part I don't get. What's so offensive about it? I mean, I know they can disguise and be like, oh, well, that's my personal business. But if you're not kids with them, you can't get more personal than that. I mean, what's it
right. Right.
That's weird, but
yeah,
man, I'm about to head on now. I just think God just coming through before you got off.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man, because I am on a limited time here. So thank you, man, for joining up here and telling the story. I appreciate that.
All right, LJ. You have a good one, bro. Bye-bye.
All right. Later. Those are the stories I want you guys to hear, man. Those are good ones. So I know you guys always hear me, especially when it comes to the relationship portion of it. You guys be thinking I'm bull crapping, but I'm not. Yep, Nick said he went through the same thing, the sleeping thing. Retired. I don't have Mint Mobile. That's Amina. She has Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is T-Mobile, and where I live, AT&T works the best. So I'm with a different company. I'm not with Mint Mobile, but Mint Mobile is awesome. If you were T-Mobile, go with Mint Mobile because they got some amazing, especially their yearly prices. Oh man, amazing prices. If I had T-Mobile, if T-Mobile worked better in my area, but AT&T works the best in my area. So that's the wonderful thing about these aftermarket cell phone places. You get to pick which network you want to be on. So if you're in the area that Verizon is the best, you can just go to these aftermarket places and say, I want a SIM that works with Verizon. And then you're on Verizon SIM at a very cheap price, very cheap. And it counts on which one you go with, right? But these are things that I share with my clients, right? Like, let me give an example. It's more than I do more than just put it down financially roadmap. I also go through your other personal finances, your cell phone, your car insurance deductibles. What are you contributing to retire? We go through all that with a fine-tooth comb, and then I put it down on paper, show you mathematically why I'm telling you to do the things you do with your money. This is why. Like, for example, debt slaves, first of all, they already believe financing cell phones is normal, right? So when they finance a cell phone, guess what they're locked into? They're locked into the terms of the company that they went with. So that means if you go through, you finance a cell phone, you have to have our service, and our service is this price because you finance a phone. But when you buy your phone in cash, you can go to any service that you want with your phone. You don't have to be like, so these prices of, like, if you're paying more than $100 a month, hell, 75, let's say like this, and you're a single person and you're paying more than $75 a month, you're getting done. I guarantee your cell phone is financed, guaranteed. What's up, Robert?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
How you doing, man? I see you out there getting your workout on. Okay, okay. I hope I inspired
Yeah.
you to do that. I hope I
Oh
inspired you
no.
to do it.
Yeah, I was at the gym earlier, but I just stepped out from my grandmother's house. I just paid my
Okay,
Sunday visit there.
gotcha, gotcha. All
How's it
right,
going?
it's going good, man. You're out there, big smile, living free. Look at you, man. That's that freedom smile, man.
Yes, it is. When you're on the when you're on the path, man. Woo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, I ordered your shirt, man. The one on the third page on your website that says the price of financial freedom is $0. I
gotcha.
had to
Okay,
cop there. I had to get
okay.
there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up later on today. I'm gonna put up that one I wrote the other day. I said the economy of you determines the economy outside of you. I'm gonna put that on the shirt too.
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a I got a good one for you. I was at
Okay.
work and like everybody had to do overtime again for like almost third month in a row because there was a bunch of shortages going on. So I was sitting outside on break and I was eating my food and stuff and I told everybody my coworkers, y'all have a good evening because I was heading out because I had to check on my little boy. And one of my coworkers, he was like, "You don't do shit here in the first place. You might as well quit." So I was like, "Nah, no need to quit, man. All you got to do is just be free, debt free, that is." And I just told him, once you get your shit together, once you get everything done correctly, you will look at this job in a much different light. The man, the man went off on me so bad.
What do you mean went off on you? What a coworker?
Yeah,
What do you mean go off on you? What did he say?
he was like, "I suggest you shut up before I come over there and try to whoop my ass and everything."
Where do you work?
Oh, I work
What
at
do
a warehouse.
oh, okay. I never
Yeah,
had an environment where nobody talked to me. Okay.
warehouse warehouse work
Gotcha.
does that.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's time to change jobs. If they're threatening to kick your ass at work, I was like, oh yeah, I need a new job. Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
did. I got a new job now.
He's mad because you said that he got upset because you said that. That's crazy.
Oh man, it was like I ain't even like said nothing offensive. I ain't said nothing in the pulpit. All I told him was once you become free, you would look at this job in a different light. Because I remember I was injured, right? I was telling when I broke my foot at a job when I came back.
Mhm.
People thought I got terminated. I was like, no, I was just out on injury. That's how bad it was, and everybody was just frustrated because the warehouse is like hot inside the warehouse, and
Mm,
during this time,
mm.
people frustrated about working.
Oh, that's why he's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you must have a limited time there because you describing some horrible conditions, man. I know that job has got to be limited. You got to be looking for something else right now.
No, I already got something else. It's
Oh,
just
you
like,
do? Okay.
yeah, yeah, I got something else now. I got hired, and just like I reported it to HR, and like I told the HR lady, I'd be damned if I'm gonna fight somebody in here over some damn overtime.
Oh my goodness. That's why he's really mad because he can't make the decision you just made to leave. They're stuck.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why he's mad.
and that came from car payments. These people got 30-year and 40-year mortgages.
Mm.
Yeah,
Working at the
they
warehouse.
working at the warehouse.
Oh
So
hell
gross,
no.
and everybody just got a 75-cent raise at the job because of the fact I know they
And
just
were they
got.
happy?
No, they still got to pay mortgages.
Mm, mm.
And you got
75 cents. Wow. Minus tax.
Yeah, minus tax, of course.
Mm, mm, mm.
And the
Whew.
best part, oh, and the best part about the business is because of COVID, they was asking for the tuition reimbursement money back.
Say that one more time. Say that again.
They was like, let's say you was out because of COVID and you got sick or something like that, and
Okay.
and you went like some companies pay for you to go to school, right?
Yeah.
The company was asking for their tuition being money back. Like what they pay for you to school, they was asking for that back. I had people tell me this shit. I was like, oh my God.
It's time to leave. Yeah, it's most definitely. Oh my God. Asking for that money back.
They do us dirt. They do slaves dirty, man.
Ooh, they do you so dirty. And people be talking about sweatshops in other countries. It's right here in America.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is no joke, man. You got to get that free. You
75 cents minus taxes. Oh
minus
man.
taxes. Oh, we ain't put in finance and insurance for that dental work. You know, yeah.
I'm so glad I took care of my teeth. Ooh, I'm so glad I took care of my teeth. I'm so glad.
I had to get a root canal done. Yeah, it's quite expensive.
Oh, not compared to replacing your teeth. A root canal is nothing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To replace your whole mouth costs at least $40,000.
Yeah, it does.
At least if you want a good job, it's going to cost you about $40,000. How many slaves you think buying $40,000 teeth cash? Not many. They're financing them and making payments.
The vast majority of them are. You absolutely right.
Hell yeah. They financing cell phones. You better believe they're financing teeth.
Yes, they are. Man, it was.
So you making more money at your new job?
Ran about the same, but
okay.
It's just
better conditions.
Better conditions, and they did an extensive background check on me because I be handling pharmaceuticals like vaccines and stuff and shipping them out.
Okay.
And I saw that I ain't had no misdemeanors and felonies. I was thinking about you. I was like, when you are free, you come to realize everything else comes to play. Your criminal record is clean.
But did they run your credit report? I guarantee you they did that too.
Yeah, they did.
You know why? Because if you were deep in debt, you would be basically a high risk to start stealing pills and stuff like that, right? Because you'd be in debt. But I guarantee when they ran your credit and saw that you wasn't like that, they were like, oh, okay, we can trust him around. It's, besides your criminal record, when that money part tells a lot too.
Yeah,
that debt, for sure.
And the job that I had the compensation do, they did the same thing. They ran a credit check on me too.
Yeah. I never understood, like when they started doing that a few years back, I never understood why they did that. But now now that I'm out of debt, they want to know how much debt you're in, because once they know that answer, they know exactly how to treat you. They know exactly if you're going to be begging for overtime. They know exactly how much to offer you in a salary. When they come to the table, they already know what they're going to pay you by looking at your debt. If you're in deep debt, you're going to take what they give you.
Yes,
just to have a job. That's the answer. That's the real answer, that they can't tell people why they're checking the credit report. That's the real answer.
That's exactly right. Because I didn't get it either. And then I saw, I looked on my credit report and I saw like they did an inquiry about it. That's when I knew. I was like,
oh, you saw it on your credit report? They're inquiring?
Yeah.
Oh.
They put it on your credit report, yes.
Oh, yeah. So cause you better believe they were looking there. They're putting you around pharmaceutical drugs, they're going to find out if you're in debt. And if you're debt free, they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. He's less likely to be coming in here stealing pills and stuff, you know?
Even Amazon does credit checks now.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, wow. I guess do they do that with every employee or certain employees in certain positions?
Oh no, every employee now.
Oh boy.
Every warehouse associate got to go through a background check and a credit check now.
Now I understand the background check for sure, but a credit check too. Wow. Okay, this is getting serious. Oh, because they know that this. Okay, so they pretty much know that this pandemic messed up a lot of people. And they're going to be able to see on the credit report what you've been doing to try to survive. Have you been surviving criminally, scamming people, stuff like that, or have you been doing it legitly?
Yes, because it's like two forms of credit checks they've been doing for the job that I'm starting at now. It's your regular background check, and then they got a more extensive one they do just to make sure that you ain't never did anything like selling pills, like like you ever heard people that because when I was at Amazon, it was some of my former coworkers.
Because Amazon's doing pharmacy stuff now. Yeah, okay.
Yes, they are. That's how they started now. Years ago they didn't, because they didn't sell pharmacy, nor did they sell.
Okay. Now that makes. Oh, so they just started this.
Yeah.
Oh, now that makes sense. That's why they did a credit check on everybody, so they can know where to put people when it comes into this pharmacy game. Okay, got it. That makes total sense now. Okay, got it.
Yeah, because when I worked there, like 7 years ago, I didn't. Well, I'd been there for 7 years, but when I worked there at first, they didn't do any of that because all they had was like books, like toys and stuff like that. They just had
Mm,
a criminal
mm,
background check. But now that they having pharmaceuticals like vaccines and stuff, yeah, they definitely
mm.
doing the credit checks, and
That
it's
makes
just
total sense. Wow.
so they already know that slaves going to be ready for a job, but the credit check people Amazon they can be like
Oh
nah,
yeah.
yeah, they
When
about
they
to
run that
bust right
credit
over.
check, they're gonna be like, yeah, your qualifications are good, but yeah, we can't have you around these because the pharmaceutical drugs is gonna be part of the packaging, right?
Yes,
Because
it is.
they're gonna be coming so fast, so all those pharmaceutical drugs have to go through the warehouse and
Yes.
handled by all those people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, everybody. Credit checks for everybody. Everybody.
There's no
Then
escape now.
they're gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, I had this position for the last 5 years. You guys gotta, yeah, we gotta move you. Yes, we
Mm-hmm.
do. Because we ran your credit. No, they ain't gonna say the credit report. They're just gonna make up something. Hey, we're just changing something. We're doing bloggity blah, and then they're gonna switch them around. Well, they're gonna not accept it. They're just gonna take where they go, where they get put.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's it's getting
Pretty
real
brilliant,
out here.
Amazon. Yeah, huh?
It's getting real out here now.
Real. Now imagine this. Imagine what that's gonna do to the regular pharmacies now. See
Mm.
how Amazon is getting ahead of everything, right? Everything's going delivery, right? Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now people don't even have to get up to go. First, they're not even going to get their fast food, their regular groceries. Now they don't even have to get up and go get their medicine.
Yep.
Now with the pharmacies, I bet you the current pharmacies out there, they're nervous as hell right now. I
Yes,
guarantee
they
you they're
are.
nervous. CVS, Walmart pharmacy, they're like, we better do something. We better copy because Amazon's going to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And also another here's a red flag that a lot of people don't know. If you ever work with someone and they tell you they had to sell their prescription medicine just to make extra money on the side, that's a huge flag, and you would be quite surprised to know a lot of people at different warehouse jobs do that. They be
They
saying,
they sell their medicine to their coworkers.
yes, they do. Oxycodone, any type of antidepressants, they sell it on the side. You will see this more and more. I'm telling you, next year. I seen it when I was at Amazon. I had a bunch of women. I had people that I knew personally. They was like, yeah, I did that several times. I sold my medicine on the side. Just gets a couple of dollars. Yeah, they do that heavy. Especially, I had a dude that was selling prescribed what's Viagra. He was selling it on the streets.
Well, I mean, well, people don't know that they might as well go out and sell some crack then on the corner
Pretty much.
if they're selling their prescription medicine. Oh, this is my friend. I'm cool with them until they get caught, and then they're gonna be like, oh, you know how much time you can get for this? This is federal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a federal crime.
Yes, it is.
And you're doing it at your job where you work. Oh,
Yep.
my God, that sounds. When I hear stuff like that, and I'm not putting the people down that do it, and I know they're doing because they're trying to make ends meet. But look, you might as well go on the corner and sell crack with a sign around your neck saying that you're selling crack right here on the corner. You might as well just do that.
Yes. I'm not down on
Right.
them either. It's just that when you are free, you realize the time of your life is much
Correct.
more important than getting
Yes.
caught. Because at some point you will get caught.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
It's not a game out here.
Yes, you
Yeah.
will.
That's why when I ordered that shirt, man, the price of financial freedom is zero. That resonated with me the most. I had to get it.
I like that,
understood.
man. I appreciate you, man. I do. And I'm glad that those messages, because those are the messages that I only want on SMD shirts, the ones that resonates with the SMD family. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It doesn't matter if debt slaves understand it. We don't care about that. Long as we see another SMD family member wearing the shirt, we could just go. You know, man.
When you free, man, you gonna. I mean, it's a wonderful feeling, but it's like the Matrix. It's like that scene in the Matrix with the woman with the red dress. There will be many people that will defend the system. They will actually get mad at you for being free because they can't understand it. It's not that they can't understand it. It's just that they unconscious of it.
You know, I would like you see a person doing that, right? And they're like, oh, I got to do this to survive and blah, blah, blah. And you got to say, okay, I get all that. But let me tell you the other side. If you first of all, you got to figure out why are you having to resort to that? Let's figure out the cause of why you're doing that. You know why? Because let me tell you about what you're risking. Let me tell you what you're risking for that extra $20 or that extra $50 that you think you're going to something or whatever. Like they don't really know the consequence. They don't know it's just as bad as selling crack on the corner. That is bananas to me. When I hear something like that at work, that's bananas to me. That sounds just totally crazy, but I know it's true. Especially I bet you it's more common and no, it's probably all jobs just done differently. Yeah, never mind. No, never mind. It's everywhere.
Yeah, and warehouse jobs, man, you see a lot of stuff, man. That's how I was able to, like, everything you sent, I was able to pick up on it fast because I seen it a few times. I seen it in person. I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on now. I see why they doing this. I see why they're doing that.
Right. Yeah. That's amazing. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it's just amazing to be able to see the obvious, isn't it? It's nice.
Yes, it is. It's nice to be free. And that also for that, you know how people get mad at you for saying slave. Just refer back to the Bible. The Bible is the slave to the lender. It is true then as it's true now.
Right.
It's very true. Once you it's like you gotta take that phrase in the Bible and say it 10 times in your head before they catch.
Right. And you notice, like with me, I'm removing all the things that debt slaves can have opinions on. That's why you're going to start hearing me say more debt slave, because when I say slave, they just run wild with it. Their mind just goes crazy, right? But if I say debt slave, they know exactly what I mean, right? So now they can't really have an opinion about it because they know what type of slave I'm talking about.
Right. It's not fun being a debt slave.
No, not at all.
I'm not going to keep you long because I know you're limited.
We got to wrap it up anyway. I got to wrap up the show because I'm. So I appreciate you, Robert, man. Thank you. Go ahead. You got somewhere? Go ahead.
No, I was going to tell you, man, go as far as you can with this. I'm supporting you, and other people, we supporting you all the way, man. This must be heard.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'm going as far as I can. You know, it ain't no stopping. I'm not especially now I know the answer too. Oh no, there's no stopping. And I'm glad I'm able to share this answer with you guys, right? It's just now you guys can take it and do it with whatever's supposed to be your plan in your life and with your family and just go from there. And we all know where it came from. SMD family.
Yes, indeed. Oh yeah. Next Q&A, I gotta ask you, what is the I gotta ask you a question, which is what is life after zero?
What I'm doing now, I'm showing you guys.
Oh good. Okay.
Like I'm using myself to show you guys what life is like after zero. But I'm showing you my life, right?
Yes.
I'm showing you guys what you guys can do with your life by showing you with my life. So when I'm up there, like you guys know, I'm calling before it happens. When I'm up there with Tony Robbins and Dave Ramsey and talking up there, you guys are going to say, yeah, LJ told us that back in 2020. He told us in 2019, 21, that this was going to happen. He's showing you what you can do after zero. And then you guys are going to take that. And then now that you know the answer, you're going to do the same thing with whatever you decide to do.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I ain't going to hold you up. You enjoy your Sunday. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you 1,000. SMD family all the way.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Robert, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all take care.
Okay, later.
Bye-bye.
All right, you guys, we got to wrap it up. You guys heard my, that alarm. And then I got to get started on my I got some homework to do with Winston, SMB family member Winston. He's helping me with the book. So I got some homework to do today and tomorrow and whatever, right? All right. What's up, Sal's? Life after zero is peaceful, and you will find out what you really want to do. Thank you, Omanike. Appreciate you. Retired. Oh, talking to Omanike. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, E-Man. Appreciate you. Wow, it's just amazing what the big boys are doing. Ain't it crazy? Just huge, man. Why Amazon doing credit checks? Oh, pharmaceutical drugs. Got it. That's enough said. That's all I need to know. Yeah, you got a drug conviction or something like that, you can forget about working for Amazon. Completely forget about it. Because all those drugs, you know how many hands those drugs will have to touch? I mean, inside the box, of course, but I'm just saying, you know how many hands that would have to pass through? They got to upgrade their security system. I can only imagine for Amazon to be able to get something like that. Do you know how many hoops the United States of America, they had to jump through the hoops of damn near everybody that receives Amazon packages? I don't know if they can, and I don't even know if you can receive pharmaceutical drugs at every state. I don't know if there's restrictions, right? But can you imagine the hoops they had to jump through? They had to cross the T's and dot all the I's, and they did it. The standout pharmacies right now, they're sweating bullets. Believe that. They're sweating bullets. Everything is going to be delivered. Everything, including pharmaceutical drugs. That is bananas. I didn't think that was ever going to happen. And it's like this. How are you guys must be, listen, I don't mean I got to hurry up and get off here, but they got to disguise the boxes. What you got to think about this. If you're a person, an Amazon delivery person, and you're delivering pharmaceutical drugs, these boxes must be plain brown. They got to be disguised. They have to be. Because when that happens, they're like, I'm a driver. I'm like, are you giving me extra pay? Because extra pay for what? You guys are now delivering pharmaceutical drugs. That means they're going to be on my truck, correct? Yeah. I'm just saying this out loud. I don't know how they're going to do that. How they going to do that? I don't get it. I mean, they figured it out, but I'm just saying, I would just say it like this. If I was a driver, I'd be like, hey, manager, yeah, we need to have a talk. But you got to remember this too. Debt slaves need jobs, so they're not going to. Congratulations, Amazon. You guys are doing it. Jeff Bezos, congratulations. I don't know how you knew the whole world was going to be delivery. I don't know if you're the one that you pretty much caused it. And oh man, congratulations. How many people you think are going to get up, get in their car, go down to the pharmacy, wait in line, wait for the person in front of you that don't know how to that pulls out their check at the last minute and their credit card is not running through, and they can just open up Amazon and say, click, 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 and deliver in 2 days? Come on, man. When I have to go pick up medicine for my girlfriend's son, I have to wait in this long line, and you got to go through the mask, and you got to worry about, oh man, no, click, click. Congratulations, Amazon. Congratulations. You did it, baby. All right, let me get out of here. All right, you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Okay, until next time. Later.